What are you doing?
I'm doing nothing.
You're doing nothing?
I'm just sitting here.
You got anything interesting you've been reading?
Actually, I've been reading Vegan Planet. I actually found something interesting here. But you're going to put me on the spot and I have to find it.
Okay. Like what? What's interesting?
It's just, oh, here it is. When you cook vegan, you can have it all. The flavors you enjoy, the nutrients you need, and best of all, the freedom to move beyond the standard American diet. SAD. I thought it was kind of funny that the standard American diet, the acronyms were SAD, SAD. Because it is SAD, the standard American diet. It's not good for you. It's not good for your body. Being vegan is. I thought that was kind of interesting. Sorry.
Different. Okay.
I thought it was funny. It's sad. Right? I guess it was only funny to me.
No comment. You did live that diet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we...
For years and years and years. They just have little interesting tidbits. You want to know something Abraham Lincoln once said? I am in favor of animal rights as well as human rights. That is the way of a whole human being. Abraham Lincoln. Actually,
Anything Albert Einstein on that, or just more?
I don't know. I haven't gone through the whole book.
You've been reading bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
Cool little tidbit there.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that soy products are high in protein and a good source of calcium, B vitamins, phosphorus, and potassium? In addition, soy has been shown to help lower blood cholesterol in some people.
In some people, which is positive.
If you're having a whole foods plant-based diet.
But the thing is,
really
a lot of us still cheat and we use oil and we use.
Yeah, and I try to avoid it, but I'm also a junk food vegan. I fully admit I like my candy and I like my chips.
We're trying to change slowly, and the thing is that.
And yes, they have good weeks and I have bad weeks, but.
That you're normal. Everybody does that.
I do really good from Monday to Friday, and then some really good weekends.
You do have some good weekends.
Yes. Did you know Satan is a cholesterol-free Satan? Wow. Seitan is a cholesterol-free food that is high in protein and a good source of iron. This wheat meat, in quotations, is also low in calories, carbs, and fat. That's it for now.
Cool. That's interesting. Now, who's made the book by?
I showed the book. Robin Robertson. Revised and updated with 50 new recipes. Vegan Planet. More than 425 irresistible recipes with fantastic flavors from home and around the world.
So you liking the books we picked up? Good.
It's the ultimate vegan cookbook.
Yeah, there were some interesting ones that I've got a little information. So
yeah, I'll be going through them and having little, I think, vlog.
Yeah.
I'm going to post every once in a while to see what I found. I have a few recipes I've kind of bookmarked in here as well.
That's awesome.
Which are they? I don't even remember what they are. This one is, smoke and fire pinto bean soup.
That sounds really
good, actually. Yeah. And I'm not a soup person. And New England style chowder.
That one. Can we rival my cousin's New England style chowder?
I loved going to Boston to see Mark's cousins and his. Was it your aunt or your cousin or Ryan?
Ryan had the restaurant Tumbleweed.
Yes, and he
and Fishy Fridays, wasn't it? That was the two restaurants that he did.
They made a killer New England clam chowder.
Yeah, probably one of the best clam chowders we ever had.
And my mother-in-law used to try and do it here, and
it would never come out the same.
Never the same ever. And she even got his recipe, and she got like the base.
Yeah, but she kept changing the cream or whatever.
Remember she ordered the base from him, and he sent her the base of the soup that he would use.
Yeah, but she always shortcuts and changes things, and then it changes the flavor. Where he's got a system, he was doing it, and he was well known for his clam chowder.
So good. I think like I want to try and make that, and not that I can, go see him and test him out or anything, but
no, but like right now with the COVID, but we can post it, make something or whatever it is, try that out and give the author some credit, see how good it is, because we've had some really good clam chowder, some good chilies and some stuff like that.
Don't get me wrong, I'm so happy to be vegan, but there's some things that flavor you want, and
we're able to duplicate a lot of them. Like we're able to get close to it.
Like that brisket I made, oh my god, like best brisket. It was so good.
Yeah, put in the jackfruit in it, and
it was actually like almost fatty and like
it was really, really good.
The flavor was so good, and I never ate brisket before. My husband used to eat brisket. I never ate brisket.
I used to eat a lot of meat. That was bad.
Yeah, surprisingly, I'm surprised at how well you took to the vegan lifestyle, because that was a total spur of the moment decision. From watching What the Health, right?
What the Hell, but I was also looking for something to change because I was hurt.
Well, you were hurting, yeah. Your ankle was hurt.
Yeah, I was injured and I was.
Was your knee at that point, or was it just your ankle?
It was my ankle at the time, and I was just trying to find something to get healthy. And you sat down beside me. I was watching it. I think that was the second time I watched that video, and you watched it that was the first time you walked in on it, and you were watching it.
Well, yeah, it was weird because he'd been looking for alternative ways to heal because we couldn't afford him to be off 6 months for surgery for his ankle, and I
tore up a few ligaments. That was
it was pretty bad. Yeah. Like he could barely walk some days. It was
horrible.
You bounced back pretty quick.
I fasted for a month.
3 weeks or something. Oh no, that was the first time.
That was the first time I fasted. Yes, since we went when we went vegan.
Yeah, and like I was literally doing laundry, cleaning the house, flitting back and forth. Like our house is kind of weird. It's shaped like a U. So our bedrooms are one side, and the kitchen and like the stairs to the basement are totally on the other side, and the living room's at the front in the middle. So I was literally just going back and forth, and then I stopped for like 10-15 minutes to take a break. And was watching what he was watching, but it was like maybe midway through the video, What the Health, and I was watching it going, oh my god. So, vegan? And he just kind of looked at me for a second and went, sure. Yep. And the rest is history.
Yeah, so it's been a heck of a journey.
Yeah, it's been good. And you know what? I have so much more love.
Well,
I love cooking and stuff now, like, and actually exploring new recipes and
you actually enjoy it where you used to hate it.
Oh gosh, cooking was a chore.
I would cook a lot more than you did.
Well, not during the week.
No, weekends.
But weekends you would take over.
I would do briskets.
Like feeding my kids was even more annoying because Boyd would vomit and scream and cry, and it was this is behavior. It's ridiculous. Stop doing this. Oh, I used to get so mad at him, and he just like
he grew up with allergies though to milk, and he grew up to allergies to certain foods like meat.
Yeah, but not really.
Well, he had the shrimp, so he had seafood allergies.
But not till he was like 4.
No, but he had the milk right away, the cow's milk.
But he doesn't remember that.
No, he doesn't remember that, but that was... And then he wouldn't eat meat. He was always...
He just didn't like it, but he would tell me I don't like it, but...
The certain foods that he did, like schnitzel and stuff like that, he loved, and then we've recreated that, and he really, really loved that.
Yeah. But, like, I'd just make him eat it because that's what I thought we needed to do. And he'd, like, most of the time, go throw it up. And he used to get so mad, I'd ground him and be like, nope, you're wasting food, you're just going to vomit. And when we went vegan, that was like the best thing for him ever. Like he only misses schnitzel and chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets we got covered. Gardein does great. I've tried making my own a few times and not so good. Mark.
I just dropped the book.
Good job. And then I've made my own homemade schnitzel and he loves it. So it's...
Yeah, you don't make it enough for him.
No, I've made it 2 or 3 times.
No, we're not talking about
No, we're not talking about you, Boyd.
Who's Boyd?
Who's Boyd? My gorgeous 11-year-old son.
I'm not
the kid that eats the fruits and very, very... I don't know. How would you say it? His reviews are very...
Yeah, honest.
Blunt.
Yeah. I've had a few people comment on how much they love his reactions to the food.
Yeah.
But Sam took longer. She,
But
was also a meat eater and was used to Portuguese food, shrimps. My mother-in-law would make snails. She loved that stuff. The octopus. Ooh, that's so octopus and potato dish. So gross. Anyway, she loved it. So did Mark. And anyway, and it took her a long time. I think 2 years before she finally decided, like...
No, we duplicated the Diablo dish from Isa Mario's, which was one of the dishes I used to... I hate Isa Mario's, but I love that dish.
Yeah.
And we figured out a way of duplicating that using eggplant. And remember, and we did a few other dishes with her, and she just started taking to it slowly.
Well, and every once in a while, she'd kind of sit down with me if we were watching, because we used to watch a lot of documentaries when we first...
We were trying to understand it. We were trying to read up everything.
Yeah. And then I think the one that she finally watched that really changed her mind about... Well, took us a couple of years to find it. Remember when it load Game Changers?
No, Game Changers, but that didn't change her mind. It was
no, Game Changers was the last one she watched. That she said that was the.
I thought it was the other one when the male chicks were getting grinded up, and she freaked out on that one.
No, that still hadn't changed. That helped, but Game Changers I think was that final decision where she finally was like, "Hey, I'm not eating meat anymore."
Yeah, because she used to
go to her friend's house.
She would go to her friend's house and have the burgers and go here, go there, and she would just...
Like at home, she was totally vegan because obviously we have nothing here that's not vegan. But
and then when she went to my mom's and stuff like that, she would eat. Yeah.
Well, yes and no. Because
Christmas time was big because she would grab whatever she wanted.
But then she'd go to her friend's, one of her best friend's house and eat whatever they were making and have some meat there. But then she finally just stopped. She stopped eating meat. She doesn't... Finally. We've been vegan for like 4 years. And it took her... So the last couple of years, she's been totally vegan. It's good. It's awesome. I had no problem with it.
No, and I thought I would have a lot of problems with it. And I ended up taking it well.
Yeah.
It was...
I really thought you were going to struggle because...
I thought I was going to too. But after... I think I had 2 or 3 dishes after we went vegan that I was eating it and I was like, yeah.
Yes, we went to my son's.
The football
he played
gala.
football for the Hamilton Ticats, and he had a gala at the end of the year, and they had served chicken and stuff like that. And I had already realized that meat was no good for me at all. I was actually, if anything you want to say, is allergic to it, and
yeah,
would
you
kill my
reacted
stomach.
all the way.
It was horrible.
That and sugars.
Yeah.
That's the other one that you got to still work on, but it's hard.
Well, I've still cut a lot of sugar out that I used to have. Anyways, so Mark's like, "Oh, that chicken looks so good. I'm just gonna have some." And this is probably about a month.
No, it was a week. We went a week before the gala.
Oh, week. That's right. Sorry, I forgot. My bad. It was a week. So he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna have some," and I'm like, "I'm not touching it." So I didn't touch it. I just ate
all the food was made with things.
Oh, yeah.
So like that's the thing. That was the next year. Remember, we noticed when we went to the gala. The next year, there was like 10 or 15.
There
vegans.
was way more people eating vegan food, but I was like, so I just ate like the vegetables and potatoes or whatever they served, which probably still had butter on it, but at the time it was only a week. I didn't eat the actual meat though, and he did, and he was like, after I went, "Oh, I should not have ate that. It was not worth it. It wasn't that good. It was..."
No, you could feel the lump. It was weird.
And you felt like kind of gross.
It's almost like eating a hamburger like McDonald's and you get that lump in your stomach and you're like, what the heck? Yeah. And I don't get that feeling now with vegetables and stuff like that. It's like, okay, they're totally different.
Yeah.
But then also too is we didn't grow up with, like, my mom was deep fried foods, chicken, fish.
I had
the chilies. Your mom was steak and potatoes.
Yeah, I had
every
roast
meal.
Every Sunday was a roast. Mondays were spaghetti and meatballs. Tuesdays was pork chops, and you know what I mean. Like it was a menu every week. It was so boring. She had the same food it was always meat and potatoes or meat and rice. I was very rarely rice, to be honest. Spaghetti, she didn't eat it. So I shouldn't even say Mondays was spaghetti. We were lucky to get that like once a month, and that was when my dad was going, "Kate, can you make some spaghetti?" You made it though. Not until I was like 14.
Oh.
And my mom made it so plain because she's boring. Well, with food, she really is, like, realistically, meat, potatoes with butter on the side. Anyways, and I made it with like green peppers and onions, and I made it so good. My dad's like, "Your mom's never allowed to make spaghetti again. It's only you now." I was like, okay.
I love you. But
I love you too.
Okay, guys, good night. We just figured we'd do a little quick clip, and hopefully we can add more of these in. But
This is not a quick clip. This is
no, but
longer
it's just
than it should have been.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It was nice chatting with you guys. Bye.